Hotep, sisters and brothers, welcome, welcome to the house of divinity. I am proof B or Professor Bates for long. Greetings. I forgot my opening. I'm supposed to say Hetep, not Hotep. The people who say Hotep, they might have got that from what's the brother that built the pyramids? Anyway, if you just look at the hieroglyphic or the Meduneter, the first Meduneter is this intertwining loop thingy, which is called He, H-E-H. And then the other symbol for Hetep, not Hotep, because there ain't no holes around him. I would, no, I don't. So the symbol is a diamond. Well, kind of like a diamond shape. You know, you know, you know how a diamond is shaped, like that. But the bottom part is in granite. So this is granite, like the hardest thing that people can think of, even though they carved perfect statues out of this granite back in ancient Kemet, Egypt. And a diamond, the other hardest thing on earth, stuck in the granite. Hetep. So that symbol, diamond in granite, meant peace. But not just peace like, I'm peaceful, dude. Peace in the middle of adversity. Now, if you didn't go to university, maybe you don't know what the word adversity means. In America, we call it being a black man or woman. All the bullshit we go through just to live every day. This is adversity. Now, for the most part, as a people, because of who and what we are, there's always been a certain peace. Because if anybody else on earth would have gone through the things that we have gone through in the last 400, 500 years here in America, y'all would be dead. Well, it took us that long just to get to this point where we are dying. Yes. So-called African Americans specifically are a dying race. Well, there's so much going on. In one sense, if they wanted to kill us all, because you got black people, they trying to kill us all. They try to. No, they are not trying to kill us all. Because if they did, most of us live in cities. All they have to do is put poison in the water and say, "Oh, we dropped a truck of poison in the water by mistake," and it just happened to kill all black people. You think it's not that easy? Do you think it's not that? Do you believe in Jesus? It's not that easy. Ask the Native Americans. Anyway, so like with Trump right now, he's sending Mexicans back to Mexico. He's sending, I don't know, Cubans back to Cuba and Africans back to Africa. Where do you send African Americans? I'm waiting. There is nowhere for African Americans to go because this is, yeah, I'm going to say it on video. This is our country. We were already here. I'm not saying that we all didn't start in Africa, but if you listen to the Greeks at least, you went to Greek school and they say that all of these lands was once one with Africa. So we were already here when it split apart. So we are indigenous, the original people of this land. But you want to be black. What is black? Is there a black land? Like if Trump wanted to send us back, go back to Africa, like Caucasus Asians be saying, go back to Africa, where would we go? Oh well, I know my family descended from, or my mother's side descended from Angola, but my father's side comes from here, comes from here, comes from here, what you call America, what we call Amir Inca. I'm not going to get into all that because I know y'all know everything already. I got a job. I got a car. My car nicer than your car. My house bigger than your apartment. I got straight hair. This is so-called black consciousness. The point of me making this video, because when I make a video, I look at the video and I get my laugh off myself because I just talk off the top of my head. You see, I'm not reading a script. And, and then I look at the video and be like, I started to go there, but all of a sudden I went over there somewhere. So I wanted to make this video to continue what I was saying about being black. I said 666 makes carbon, which all people are base carbon. But where I was going with that, and I went somewhere else, is that what makes us brown and not black is copper. The type of melanin that we have is a combination of carbon, which I won't, all beings on this planet must have to be on this planet and look like a human or human. But the other element combined with the carbon is the copper. And the carbon and copper together creates what we call U melanin. It's not spelled YOU. This is America. It's spelled EU. So it should be EU. But anyway, the type of melanin that we have, so called black people, is called eumelanin. Every being on earth has everything living, plants, people, animals have melanin. The universe has melanin. Now, what racist white people and racist black people tell you is that white people don't have any melanin. Any. That's impossible. Look it up. You have to have melanin. But what makes us different, why we have this hair like nobody else on earth that we try to get rid of, why we have this nose, not like too many people, but they have to have that melanin. These lips, this rhythm, I don't know, was that rhythm? You know, why do we have all of this and we the poets people on the planet? We the most hated people on the planet. Why? Oh, see how I do that? I just go off into a whole nother subject and it's already 13 minutes. What I meant to talk about was the copper side of carbon. On the last video, when I was talking about carbon, I had mentioned how carbon holds fire, thought, fire, thought. But copper, like you put copper wire around a magnet and it becomes an electromagnet or a magneto electro something, because magnetism, anyway. So you are an electromagnet because of your particular type of copper, particular type of melanin, excuse me, carbon carbon and melanin combined, and that's a Greek word. They Greeks call it black, anin, chemical, black chemical. Where did we get that from? Oh, chemit, chemit, chemical, chemit, black land, black chemical. Jesus, holy God. Why are we going through them to find out about us? Go directly to the source and find out about you. Stop believing that we believed in gods. We didn't believe in gods. We knew that we are God on earth. Just one drop of water in the ocean that you call God. How can I separate myself from the Most High? How can I separate myself from the Most High? How can I separate myself from the Most High? I'm going Dr. Umar Johnson. How can I look up there and be like, I'm separate from the Most High? Did the Most High create carbon? Did the Most High create copper? Are we copper and carbon combined? Now, what can you do? What are you? Carbon and copper combined. What? What? I'm saying that on purpose. What? Not who. I think everybody got the who. Well, I'm from this part of Africa, and I'm from this part of Africa, and I'm from this part of Africa. That's what got us in problem in the first place, because nobody spoke the same language, and they just came in, and everybody's fascinated. Oh, they got blonde hair and white skin. Let's go with them peoples. I can't speak the language of my brother, so now we all speak English. Everybody in the world. It's the language of commerce. I'm just talking a whole bunch of shit right now because it's done. I don't even know what to talk about anymore. I'm like, it's here. And I mean, it's like, wow. Even with me, even though I've been talking about how let's get that by side, I'm not ready. I don't know if there's time to be ready because it's here. Whatever it is. I'm trying to think of the word that they was using for a couple of years now. The new, not new world order. That's been here. That's done. It's now a one world order. But anyway, it's here, black peoples. I am not worried about nobody else. They are gonna take care of them. That's the only thing I like about Donald Trump, except he's not talking about black people. Everybody's cutting off. Africa gonna be. They gonna have the Afro and their own money. And Canada and America supposed to, I don't know what, get together and they gonna have the Americo and you already got the Euro. Am I making this up? Am I making this up? Am I making this up? Do you have a Euro or not? Are they getting ready to bring in digital? Everybody's so focused on Trump right now because he's bugging. He's bugging. No, he's not bugging. He's doing the 2025 project. He's doing it that he said he wasn't involved in. We are so far behind. Do you know how we can get ahead? I have to keep going back to this. The only way we can get ahead, I keep going our own land, our own food, our own homes, our own stuff. But at the beginning, when I'm talking about black people, I don't really talk about what that means when you call yourself black. Where is black land? Is there anybody on the UN with a seat with a number called, and the nation that they are from is called black land? Even the people who are from the place we call Kemet call themselves Egyptians, and they have a flag and they have a language, Arabic. You understand? What do black people have? Well, we speak English. That is not your language. It's not even a real language. It's not even a real language. I ain't even gonna go there. What do black people have? Well, we have rhythm. We jump high. We saying the same shit that they. Anybody who's listening to my rant, I appreciate it. It's time to listen to the old people because the older than me, well, damn, they dying out. The people that knew how to grow food, they just about gone. Who knows how to grow food? The black farmers are starving. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I just said. The black farmers are starving because black people won't support black farmers. Farmers, the people who grow food, who are you supporting then? Who are you supporting then? Who's growing your food? Well, out here is Mexicans. And I don't know what they doing with my carrots and shit out in the middle of wherever they growing the food. But at least the farms are right next to the city. I'm from New York, where the farm is in North Carolina, and you live 200, 300, 400 miles away in New York, and the food is picked before it gets ripe, and then by the time it gets to you, it's just starting to get it. Well, it don't get ripe no more after you get off the tree, and then when you get it, they done put all this shit in it, and you say, "I don't. I love the city." I thought you loved Jesus. What did Jesus? What did your God say? Well, I don't know if he said it, but it's in the book. It's in the same book, the Bible. Come out of her, my people, that you not partake of her sins. Cinema, cinema, cinema. Think about it. That you not partake of her sin, or of her diseases. This ease, dis ease. You are at, or you are uneasy. What was the last one? Corona? Corona? They shut the earth. They shut the earth. They shut the earth down. The whole earth. The whole earth. And then Bill Gates from hell is saying, get ready for the next. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. What? Wait a minute. This guy is telling you to get ready for the next. He's telling you get ready. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Maybe it's just me, but if somebody is on, like, you're a billionaire and you like on, well, we don't even see him on TV. I see this after he done said it somewhere with a audience of billion and millionaires. The next pandemic is coming. I mean, that's basically his whole speech. The next pandemic is coming. Are you ready? Get ready. Wait. We still reeling from the last pandemic. We ride a little bit, tear up our own community. Black power. Black power. Where my reparations at? Where your land at? Where your land at? Our land that we owned. My grandmother told us stories that they had land in South Carolina. They had land. They had horses and carriages until 1910 and the riots came. Race riots, like 100 years later. I can go on and on and on. The problem is we can be on our own land and talk about this shit all day long. What we should be doing right now is getting that land and stop begging for some money from the government. If they gave every Negro $1 million in America right now, I worked for the federal. I'm gonna say this over and over again. I worked for the Federal Reserve Bank right downtown LA. It was years ago, but this is part of where I've learned all this stuff. If they gave every Negro in America $1 million today, it would bankrupt the system. So they might do it because that's one of the rumors that Trump is going to give every Negro $150 million. Negro, please. I'm not saying it won't happen. I just got finished telling you if it do happen, there are checks and balances, and financially the country would be broke. So I can see them doing it. uh, oh my God, I can see it. Tomorrow, suppose you go to your welfare or the bank, and it's like, you, you are the proud owner of $150 million. Oh my God. Oh my God. Cadillac would be sold out. Like, poof, poof. That's if we get it before, you know, like nighttime when all the businesses are closed. Because what's going to happen if he gave every Negro like 5 o'clock this evening a, $1 million, but let's say they talking about $150 million each African American in America. eh, you know what would happen tomorrow? You're gonna get up like, oh, we made it. The black man is rich, blah blah blah, and we're gonna go buy some boats and cars and clothes and teeth. I would buy teeth first. And when you get up and go to cash your check, guess what? The bank is gonna be like, money ain't no good no more. Wait. Suppose you got $150 million and you go to the bank tomorrow and they be like, we're closed. There's no more money. We just gave it all away. So it ain't no good no more. It's only worth a quarter now. You think if they gave you $1, you think you got $1 in your hand? You have like a quarter compared to when I was coming up with what's $1 now was a dime. You understand? They call it inflation. I can go on and on. The point is, I can go on and on. There is no changing the system. There is no changing the system. It's it has been created to die and change, not go away. It's created to change into another form. We are at we are not in the middle anymore. We was in the middle when I was saying, let's get together, let's get together, let's get together, my brothers and sisters. When I was saying that, we was in the middle. Now we at the end game. Did y'all see it? Did they have a movie called Endgame? Did every hero in the movie die? Or I didn't even see it. Matter of fact, I gotta look at that movie because I learned how to read with Marvel comics. I'm just ranting right now. They called it Endgame. My teacher told us to look at movies because they telling you what's coming in the future. He said, don't be scared. Look at the movies so you will know what you're looking at. As opposed, I ain't going to. You know how many black people told me I ain't going to see no Black Panther because white people made it. Wait. So you ain't never been to the movies because white people make all the movies. I apologize. Caucasian Asians make all the movies. So I I'm out. I was supposed to be just making a video to explain that carbon, which is black is not the actual. We have to think in reality. Reality. That means like that is a, or at least the word that we was given is a light, luma, all that. So why are we calling ourselves? It has a base. Calling yourself black has a foundation. It's called carbon. But the color that we are comes from copper. And what I didn't finish, see how I got, what I didn't finish explaining is that the carbon, like the charcoal you buy from the store, black. When you put a flame to it, it gets hot and it holds the fire in the charcoal and you can cook your pig on it. The copper, when you wrap it around, I don't know how I got off the subject. When you wrap it around a magnet, which you are, you get an electromagnet. So copper is the element that moves what we might call fire. See, fire, doom 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 doom. Oh, fire is the fire is the higher form of electricity. Wow! Fire, let me say that again. This is getting into knowledge. Fire is the higher form. Oh, or do I got that backwards? Electricity, magnet. Fire is the lower form of electricity. So you have electricity, poof, and then you have magnetism. Wom, wom, wom. So we are electromagnetic. But in order, in order to utilize your electromagnetic power, power, power. I punched the damn camera. Let me get my light. Stay there. In order to get the power, you have to think in reality. Like they just told us that all these years and years and years that we've been thinking that an atom is a little tiny circle and an electron is a little tiny circle and a proton is a little tiny circle. Now they're saying, well, they're not really circles. They kind of like when you observe them, they a wave, but they turn into particle. Wait, which one is it? The first thing that tell you that they don't know what the fuck they talking about is they call it a theory. A theory don't mean it's a fact. So my battery may run out soon. So that was a little message. What do we have to do? It's time to like shed, just like a snake. We have to shed all of this. My thingy fell over. We have to shed all of this. And I guess before I die, because I was looking at myself, God dang, never stay there. I was looking at myself on last video and I said, if I die. And that's funny because I be making jokes about people that say, if I die. If you die, you gonna die. Or, like in my system, you transform. Or in the Bible, they talk about transfiguration. They don't even know what the hell that means. It means transforming into a higher spiritual being. That's what I teach, not belief in me, belief in yourself. Breathe, not just breathe correctly, but breathe consciously. Stop. Take time to meditate. That's what that's what's happening. Either you're going to leave this matrix called the system and start doing these things that we did for millions and millions and millions of years. Stop. Smell the roses. Let the robots take over. Give up or bring it with you if you got the money. But for most of us, give up all that garbage you've collected in the city. Now I got a bunch of stuff in this house, in my house here, but everything I look at has a purpose. I don't have crystals just for, because they look pretty, like that's a crystal light behind me that I keep trying to put into the camera. You understand? It has a purpose, even if it's just helping me. It's not just a piece of furniture that I throw pieces of paper on. No, everything around me has a reason, has a purpose. Did you just buy furniture because you had the money to buy some cheap ass or even expensive ass furniture? Now, okay, I'm going there again. I'm going to stop now. This is what happens when you get older. Let me turn the light around here. Oh, there I am. This is what happens when you get older and you spend your life trying to, or at least having the image in your brain, the information that I have learned, how to heal your body, how to grow. Well, I don't know how to grow food. I know that I have the stuff to grow food. I know how to heal my body. I got the stuff to grow food. I'm working on water. What is everybody else doing? Well, I got to get up at 6 o'clock and go to Joe Smo's job. Black, white, Chinese, whatever he is, you work for him. Now, you may be putting money away like one day, but maybe it's just me, but right now, I think one day is done. Right now, I don't believe it anymore. It's happening in my face. It's just, when you know something ahead of time, it's just in your mind. So it's like to stick to it is really, really difficult because everybody around you is into get a job, get a this, get a that from somebody else. And even though I'm by myself, oh, that's the third one. I was like, I don't have no money. I ain't got no teeth. What else I don't have? I don't even have a woman because they wouldn't stick with me long enough to see what I could do. Anyway, so now we are here, people. We are here, people. I mean, it might take a little long, but what what your president is doing with the Muskie guy and everybody else he's putting in office should tell you that even if and it's not a whole lot of people going against him, so that's why I'll be telling y'all they all together talking about I'm against this. Where are the Democrats when this guy is shutting down everything in the government anyway? I'm a vet, so he said I think he respects the veteran thing, so maybe I'm okay as far as dealing with them, but I'm not waiting for that, and you should not wait for them to do for you anymore. But how do we do that? The own, I gotta talk slow so maybe people will get it now. To be free, we need unity. You know how the Chinese do. It's a purpose to that hand formation. Unity of yin and yang, which y'all call yang, do black, Afro American, Negro, colored, whatever label. I think some colored people still living. Whatever label you under, is that a country? Is that where you're from? Is that what and who you are? It's time to get all that. Learn who you are. We in America. It's nowhere else to go. It's coming to the point where, well, you can't leave America anywhere unless you got a what they call that, a passport. You be, I'm free. I'm free. Try to leave the country without a passport and see how free you are. Try to go to Mexico without a, without with some bullshit to the border and see how free you are, Negro. But if we know who we are and stop calling ourselves black people that don't have no land, no nothing, no language, there ain't no language called blackening. If we learn who we are and take up our own language and our own culture and our own food and our own money and our own police and our own judges and our own and our own and our own, until then, we don't even own our own mind. You speaking somebody else's language, you spending somebody else's money, you wearing somebody else's clothes. Your children are going to somebody else's school. Our women are straightening their hair trying to be somebody else. I don't have any money. I don't have any fame. I got one tooth, but I have knowledge. I have knowledge of self, and I have knowledge of what's happening right now. I have knowledge of what's happening right now. I have knowledge of what's happening right now. Umar Johnson is just affecting me because that brother be talking some. Yeah. I'm like, brother, stop talking shit and go do your job at the school. But he done got into all kind of shit now, so he's a celebrity. He get money because he's a celebrity. But no, he get money because he can talk real shit, and he's a celebrity now. Anyway, I'm not a celebrity. So thank y'all, the two or three of you who look at me talking in my bedroom chamber in the middle of the goddamn nabbit morning. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. Thank you for looking at me, because after it's over or when it starts, people will be like, remember that old man with no teeth? He was telling us the truth. I'm out. Peace. Turn off my